Welcome back everyone to another Iceberg video. Today, we're diving back into the Nickelodeon waters to explore the mysterious depths of the new iCarly Iceberg. Initially, I had planned to release the Invader Zim Iceberg, but that project requires some more time in the hotbox. However, I did not want to leave you guys without an exciting iceberg for this month, so I've chosen to redo my very first iceberg video on iCarly. If you want to jump right into the iceberg, then skip to the timestamp on screen. But for those of you who use your blinker when driving, let me explain why I'm redoing my iCarly iceberg. The reason why I'm doing a brand new iCarly Iceberg video is quite simple. I absolutely despise the original one. I hate it. I can't stand it. It has haunted my nightmares for over a year now. While I'm grateful that the original iCarly Iceberg video basically blew up my channel, and even though I'm very proud of that Cyberpunk themed intro, I can't stand what I've created. The audio quality was terrible and I didn't even use my own chart. Instead, I relied on someone else's. Moreover, many of the entries on that chart did not resonate with me, and I made several mistakes from mispronunciations to incorrect facts and even misunderstanding context of certain entries. So I've decided to redo the infamous iCarly Iceberg, this time using my own chart with only substantial and accurate entries recorded on an SM7B microphone for improved quality, and I've also managed to avoid any big controversial topics involving actors, actresses, or people involved with the show. We're just here to talk about one of my favorite shows growing up and have a good time. So hey, if you're ready to dive into this brand new iCarly Iceberg, then drop a like on the video, and without further ado, let's get started. In 5, 4, 3, 2...
Kind of feel like I'm talking to a celebrity.
That's weird, because I kind of feel like I'm going to throw up.
iCarly Revival. The American comedy revival series iCarly is a continuation of the 2007 Nickelodeon show with the same name. It features the original cast members including Miranda Cosgrove as Carly, Jerry Trainor as Spencer, and Nathan Kress as Freddie. Additionally, new cast members Lacey Mosley as Harper and Jaden Triplett as Millicent have joined the show. The revival has successfully completed 3 seasons and shows zero signs of concluding in the near future. Unfortunately, this revival does not feature Jeanette McCurdy or Noah Monk, as Jeanette has retired from acting and Noah Monk doesn't seem interested in returning either. Creddy Seti. Creddy is the friendship and official romantic pairing between Carly and Freddie. Meanwhile, Seti is the romantic pairing between Sam and Freddie. Both of these ships were first mentioned in the episode I Start a Fan War and have had their moments throughout the series, like the Seti arc episodes, How I Saved Your Life was a giant Creddy episode, and the current Creddy arc going on in the Revival series. iCarly Real Website. Besides the home for the fictional web series, iCarly.com was also a real website that served as the official website of the series, featuring clips from the show, as well as exclusive videos, character blogs, and other content. These days, however, the iCarly.com URL now redirects users to the Nickelodeon iCarly series page. Despite the fictional web series return in the iCarly Revival series, the live stream no longer has a dedicated website, but instead is streamed either on Splashface or possibly YouTube, due to the revival now referencing real-world social media sites like Instagram. So the show is now hosted on some video sharing site, maybe Vimeo, TikTok, Twitch, Xvideos. Video games. 2 video games based on the iCarly series were released, iCarly the Game and iCarly 2 I Join the Clique. The first game launched in North America for the Nintendo DS and Wii on October 27, 2009. Developed by Blitz Games for the Wii and HumanSoft for the DS, both games were published by Activision. Wait a minute. Activision Blizzard published both of these games? Wait, that means that when the Microsoft acquisition of Activision Blizzard is finalized, Microsoft will now own these games. Wait, so does that mean there's a decent chance of us either getting a third game or even a remaster of these 2 games? Jesus Murphy. I mean, I wouldn't care regardless if we got something like that, but the idea of Microsoft now owning these 2 games is just really funny to me. Anyways, in iCarly the Game, players join Carly and her friends in their quest to reclaim their website from Neville Papperman. This game involves playing 10 minigames presented as show skits. As for iCarly 2 I Join the Clique, it was released in North America on November 16th, 2010 for the Wii and Nintendo DS. Developed by Big Blue Bubble and published by Activision, the game offers players the opportunity to create an avatar and explore a third-person open world where they can interact with the main characters from the series. Gibby Falls from Ceiling. Gibby Falls from Ceiling refers to a series of video edits and remixes featuring a scene from the iCarly episode titled I Get Pranky. In this particular scene, Carly calls Gibby, prompting him to fall from the ceiling while shouting his name. He comically lands face first onto the floor, leading to humorous and creative edits by fans. Most notably, the Gibby fucking dies meme, where once Gibby reaches the ground, he explodes. This meme was uploaded by YouTuber KMLJKL. Now, their video is age restricted, so I'm not going to showcase the full meme in my video, but you know where to find it. Now, in an episode of the official podcast, Noah Monk, who portrayed Gibby on iCarly, shared an interesting behind-the-scenes story. He discussed how his stunt double in the mentioned episode really performed the daring jump from the ceiling to the floor. Unfortunately, the stunt did not go as planned, as the stuntman ended up breaking his ribs. As a result of the accident, he had to be carried off-set for medical attention. Zero safety measures were put into place besides a thin mat placed underneath the floor.
That guy like broke all his ribs or something. Like, man. But the stunt guy recovered. He's alive. Everything was all right. Everything was good. And I think he returned to do more Gibby.
Did you guys hear my ribs crack?
Despite this scene being somewhat hilarious, the backstory behind it is pretty horrifying. Hopefully the stuntman is doing much better now. I mean, I hope so. It's been like over 10 years at this point. Freddy doesn't say one.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Before the live filming begins, Freddy initiates a countdown from 5, but interestingly, he stops at 2. The reason behind this is that the camera starts recording at the 1 count. To ensure a smooth and seamless broadcast, Freddy avoids saying 1, as viewers tuning into the live stream would hear it, and the audio might not sound ideal. Gibby hits Spencer with a stop sign. In the episode I, April Fools, there is a scene where Gibby emerges from behind Spencer with a stop sign and smacks the ever-living Christ out of him. This bit returns a few more times in the episode when Tebow hits Spencer with the sign, and Gibby also hits Minko with the sign as well. Gibby hitting Spencer with the stop sign became a pretty popular meme online, with fans and creators making their own versions of the classic stop sign bit. I Go to Japan. I Go to Japan is the inaugural iCarly movie which premiered on November 8th, 2008. The story revolves around Carly, Sam, and Freddy, who are overjoyed when their web show receives a nomination for a prestigious iWeb Award in the Best Comedy Web Show category. However, their excitement turns to concern when one of the fellow nominees hatches a plan to sabotage their performance. To ensure their show's success, the trio must overcome the obstacles and race against time to make it to the event. I Party with Victorious. I Party with Victorious is a television movie from 2011 that serves as a crossover event between the shows iCarly and Victorious. The special premiered on June 11th, 2011, and the storyline follows Carly Shay, who is excited about having a boyfriend. However, she is unaware that he is also dating another girl, Tori Vega. The two girls meet at a party and decide to take revenge on Steven, the two-timing boyfriend. This crossover movie also features the participation of the renowned star Kenan Thompson. Whose banana is this? I'm including this video as an entry because it's one of my favorite clips from iCarly, potentially one of my favorite clips from a television series ever. In the iCarly Season 3 episode I Speed Date, Magic Malika, after talking to Freddy, disappears into a cloud of smoke, only to swap places with a shirtless Gibby eating a banana. A confused Freddy asks, "Gibby, how did you?" To which Gibby replies with the following.
How did you... I have no idea. Whose banana is this?
What you got there? There's a memorable scene in the episode I Meet Fred where Spencer purchases an ostrich named Marvin and brings it to his apartment. When Carly asks him, "What you got there?" Spencer misinterprets her question, thinking she's referring to his smoothie instead of the ostrich. The screenshot of the scene has been used to illustrate misdirection attempts as an object label meme. Booyakasha! Layer 1 is done. Let's go.
He picked my finger! Ow! You're not the rope keeper!
Sam and Cat. Sam and Cat, which aired from June 8th, 2013 to July 17th, 2014, was a spin-off of the popular series iCarly and Victorious. It starred Jeanette McCurdy as Sam Puckett and Ariana Grande as Cat Valentine, who become roommates and venture into the world of babysitting by running their own service. The series featured tons of other characters from both iCarly and Victorious as well, like Gibby, Jade, Freddy, and more. Freddy's Shoes. In the first season of iCarly, Nathan Kress had to wear large platform shoes to appear taller as he had not experienced his growth spurt yet. This was done to ensure he matched the height of both Miranda Cosgrove and Jeanette McCurdy. Apartment 8D. Do I really need to explain this? Apartment 8D is home to the Benson family. What makes this entry funny is that the 8D looks like a schlong. Pear instead of apple. In the real world, we have a wide range of Apple products like iPhones, MacBooks, iPads, Apple VR headsets, and Apple Watches. However, in the fictional world of iCarly, Apple products are absent. Instead, their equivalent brand is called Pear, producing items like Pear phones, Pear books, Pear pads, and more. Gee, I wonder what the Android iCarly equivalent would be called. Probably Robot, or Droid, or Cyborg, or Fart. Picture of Drake Bell in Sam's locker. If you closely examine the inside of Sam's school locker, you'll notice a clear picture of Drake Bell from the show Drake and Josh. Just a fun little Easter egg, but Sam also has all of the members of Fall Out Boy in her locker as well. Spencer is a firebender. This entry refers to Spencer's unique ability to accidentally set random objects on fire, often without any apparent explanation. Some notable examples include the water gun, the fire extinguisher, the lobby bell, the snow woman, and even a pair of roller skates. Freddy's many nicknames. Freddy is known for having a metric ass ton of nicknames both in the original and in the new iCarly series. Here is a list of most, if not all, of Freddy's nicknames. Fred Wardo, Tech Stooge, Chess Masterson, The Doof, Dork, Geek, Little Punk, Witchy Poo, Nub Nub, Nerd, Tech Talking Witch Boy, Weenie, Whiz Pants, Circus Boy, Boy, Pink Shorts, Benson, Fred Weird, Fredison, Hobknocker, Frederly, Freducation, Fudgeface, Queen of the Jerks, The Boy, Fredifer, Fredhead, Fredio, Fredly, Fredadork, Diphthong, Dishrag, Fredicini, Fredamami Benson, Tech Boy, Fredo, Fredpuss, Diphead, Mama's Boy, Fredbag, Crutchy, Fredalupe, Fredwitch, Captain Techno, Fredinstein, Stubbrag, Little Boy, Fred Wiener, Dude, Internet Boy, Scudder, Baby, Freddy Fish Tickler Benson, Pretty Baby, This One, Frednard, Young Freddy, That, Fredder, Fredish, Fraud, Fruits Bowl, Idiot, Clown, Frito, Dumbass, Zaddy, Dad Jokes, Dad, Hubby to Be, My Little Stinker, My Little Burt Reynolds, Tiger, Chicken, Bro, Rent Daddy, Sonny Bono, Detective Bell Bottoms, Fat Joe, My Freddy, Neighborhood Boy, My Man, Ham Sandwich, My Angel, My Hero, Honorary Genius, Hottest Guy on My Floor, My Sweet Defenseless Little Man, Regular Kids Pop, Sweetie, F-Train, The Kingpin, Mr. iCarly, Spunkle, The Coolest Most Popular Guy in School, Captain Popular, Carly's Boyfriend, Millicent's Dad, Square G, The Best Dad Ever, Carly's Tiny Boyfriend, and Peasant. Holy Christ. Oh, and at the time of me recording this, Season 3 just wrapped up, and there's a couple more nicknames to add to the list. We have Dork, My Guy, Unemployed Tech Has-Been, Party People, My Person, My Marriage-Obsessed Boyfriend, and My Boyfriend. Sacco and his extended family. In the world of iCarly, Sacco is a character frequently mentioned but is never actually seen. He is known to be best friends with Spencer and is renowned for creating awesome light-up socks. Sacco's family is notably talented and diverse as well. For instance, his brother Taylor specializes in making and repairing clothes. Rob is known to be a robber. His cousin Isaac works as an optometrist. Otto deals with cars. Bernie is a skilled welder, and Tyler crafts neckties. Additionally, there's Hunter, who has a passion for hunting, Dr. Paxel, the psychologist, with a punny reference to an antidepressant, Ryder, the motorcycle enthusiast, Artie, the artist mentioned on the iCarly blog, Fright Dog, the pilot, Boomer, who was rumored to handle explosives, and Gizmo, who was recently mentioned in the iCarly episode, I Make New Memories. Let's go, baby. That was layer 2. Woohoo, yeah.
I gave Harry Styles jungle worms.
The Schneider Universe. The Schneider Universe bears resemblance to the MCU. However, instead of superheroes crossing paths, it involves crossovers between various sitcoms created by Dan Schneider. Here are some examples of Nickelodeon sitcoms crossing over. Helen from Drake and Josh makes an appearance in the Victorious episode Helen Back Again as Hollywood Art's newest principal. She also appears in the Game Shakers episode Tiny Pickles. Of course, Victorious and iCarly are set in the same exact universe thanks to the iParty with Victorious crossover, so we could also assume that Drake and Josh is set in the same universe as well. However, it's heavily theorized that Drake and Josh is also a reality show within the DSU. This is because Carly is seen watching episodes of Drake and Josh in the iCarly episodes I Get Pranky and I Tow Fat Cakes. Spencer is also seen watching Drake and Josh in I Get Pranky. Gibby is seen sporting a Drake and Josh hat in iParty with Victorious. In the Drake and Josh Really Big Shrimp episode, the final scene features a clip from The Amanda Show where Drake and Josh are seen fighting over a piece of shrimp on the ground. In the D&J episode Doom Buggy, The Amanda Show can be heard in the background. All that connects to The Amanda Show by the means of Totally Kyle and Amanda Stalker, Penelope Taint. The Zoe 101 character Stacey Dilson has appeared in the iCarly episodes I Hire an Idiot and I Start a Fan War. Gavin, Craig, and Eric from Drake and Josh have appeared in I Start a Fan War as well. Obviously, Sam and Kat is a spinoff from iCarly and Victorious, and Herb from Sam and Kat appears in the Henry Danger episode Secret Beef. These are just some of the many examples of how each Dan Schneider series is connected together. Gibby spinoff. In 2012, the idea of a potential iCarly spinoff titled Gibby emerged. The show would have followed Gibby's journey as he lands a job at a recreational center and becomes a mentor to a quirky group of middle school students. A pilot episode was produced, but unfortunately, Nickelodeon decided not to proceed with the series. Consequently, the unaired pilot remained locked away from the public eye. However, in July of 2021, the script of the unaired pilot episode was released on archive.org, and set designer Harry Matthews shared images of the Gibby set on his personal website. There are also some screenshots taken from the unreleased pilot that I don't believe I can share here, but I can offer descriptions of some of the scenes. There are images showing Gibby interacting with the 4 middle schoolers in the hallway of Ridgeway High. Additionally, there are pictures of Gibby at a trampoline park with the kids, but notably, some screenshots display Gibby and the cast shirtless and hugging each other, which is, I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of weird. For those of you interested in viewing these images, they can be found on the Lost Media wiki page dedicated to Gibby. Absent parents. iCarly exhibits a reoccurring theme where the main characters predominantly come from single-parent households. While Carly's mother is absent, her father is intermittently present in her life. Similarly, Freddie and Sam's fathers are not around, and Gibby's parents are separated. This portrayal of single-parent families is a notable aspect woven throughout the show. Some fans have speculated that this might be the show's way of giving the kids power and control, which is why very few adults are present. I also read somewheres that allegedly Dan Schneider purposely decided to portray the main characters in iCarly with single parents as a way to normalize and represent single-parent households in a positive light, though I could be entirely wrong about that. If I can rediscover the source I found that information from, I'll throw it up on screen. But if I can't find it, please take what I said with a grain of salt. iCarly at the 2008 Kids' Choice Awards found footage. iCarly at the 2008 KCAs was a short web series that was made to promote the 2008 Kids' Choice Awards. The storyline centered on Carly, Sam, and Freddie's attendance at the awards show, prompted by Spencer's construction of a unique sculpture, a Nickelodeon blimp crafted from hot dog wieners. Amidst trending moments and viewer footage on the show, Spencer's comedic escapades added to the amusement and excitement. The web series remained available on the official iCarly website until March of 2018, when Dan Schneider terminated his contract and parted ways with Nickelodeon. Consequently, iCarly and other websites affiliated with Dan were shut down, leading to the belief that many of the episodes were lost. However, in 2021, on June 13th, the legendary Quinton Reviews reached out to Lost Media Wiki user Race Olympics, who claimed to possess all 12 episodes of the web series. Subsequently, Race Olympics uploaded all 12 episodes to Vimeo under the alias Clinton Loose Screws. David Schwimmer dies in the iCarly universe. In the episode I Believe in Bigfoot, Freddie is seen watching celebrities underwater, a reality show where celebrities are underwater. Freddie mentions that David Schwimmer is featured on the reality show, and that he's currently not moving, meaning that he may have drowned. Freddie then says, "I guess there's never going to be a Friends reunion." Oh, silly Fredward. It's terrible that the iCarly universe was never blessed with this wonderful reunion. Thank goodness you and I live in a superior timeline. I mean, I think. I don't know, the past 10 years have been kind of weird. What's Gibby Thinking About? What's Gibby Thinking About was a webcast series featured on iCarly.com where Gibby would daydream about various scenarios like dominating creamed corn, whatever that means, and having people shave his arms and legs. Over time, the opening jingle of the webcast What's Gibby Thinking About evolved into the basis for the popular What's Gibby Thinking About meme. Numerous YouTubers, meme creators, and content producers took the original jingle and crafted their own unique edits and versions, contributing to the widespread popularity of the meme. In late 2020, a TikToker named Have You Seen My Olives posted a video featuring the title card of What's Gibby Thinking About, followed by a segment of George Michael's song Careless Whisper. The video sparked a trend on the platform, and by early December, many users started creating their own videos using on-screen text effects to display the phrase "What's blank thinking about," synchronized to the song. Afterward, they would show a scene that represented what they were thinking about, all while Careless Whisper played in the background. The trend quickly gained traction and became widely popular on TikTok. Why Freddy randomly speaks Spanish? At various moments throughout the series, Freddy would unexpectedly shout random dialogue in Spanish, uttering words that seemed unrelated to the ongoing conversation.
Queso, pantalones, agua.
Well, I have a theory. Mrs. Benson had once gotten a tracking chip implanted into Freddy's head by a shady doctor in Venezuela, so it's totally possible that the chip is now malfunctioning, causing Freddy to blurt out utterly random and unrelated statements.
Queso.
Booyakasha, Layer 3 is done. Woo!
I think you better just get back on the booty bus and go home.
Michelle Obama was originally just a cameo. Initially, Michelle Obama wasn't scheduled to appear on the iCarly webcast. However, because she watched the series together with her daughters, Sasha and Malia, she expressed her desire to participate in the random dancing segment, and as a result, Michelle Obama stayed for the webcast portion of the shoot, which was awesome. Gibby's head in Game Shakers. Gibby's fake head appears in the Game Shakers episode Lost Jacket, Falling Pigeons. The Gibby head also makes a cameo in the Henry Danger episode Text, Lies, and Video. Reused sets from Drake and Josh. Many sets from Drake and Josh were repurposed and reused across iCarly and Victorious. For instance, the sidewalk where Josh ran around in the D&J episode Dinner with Bobo was also featured when Carly rode her electric-powered scooter in the episode I Go Nuclear on iCarly. Additionally, this same sidewalk made an appearance in the Wood episode on Victorious. Similarly, the dirt roadway used in the Wedding episode of Drake and Josh, where Drake and Josh were stranded on the side of the road, was also seen in the I Go to Japan movie, where Carly, Sam, and Freddy were ditched by Kyoko and Yuki during their trip to Japan. 503-664-0452. In the episode I Lost My Mind from Season 5, an interesting Easter egg was included where Sam's phone number was shown on screen while Freddy and Carly attempted to locate her. Fans who dialed the number were pleasantly surprised to hear a voicemail message from the fictional character Sam herself. The message humorously informed callers that Sam rarely checks her messages and suggests that it would be best to hang up.
Hey, this is Sam. No one ever checks these messages, so just hang up.
Starstruck. The original concept for iCarly was Starstruck, which revolved around an ordinary girl who unexpectedly finds herself becoming the lead of her beloved TV show. However, Dan Schneider later decided to abandon this idea in favor of the iCarly concept that viewers are familiar with today. Miranda's music career made later seasons shorter. The later seasons of iCarly had an unusual episode count structure. While the first 3 seasons consisted of at least 18 episodes each, seasons 4 and 5 only had 10 episodes, and season 6 concluded with 15 episodes. The reason behind the decrease in episode numbers for the later seasons was due to Miranda Cosgrove's flourishing music career. In 2010, the actress released her debut album titled Sparks Fly and embarked on a tour to promote the record. As a result, the filming of the iCarly series was gradually delayed to accommodate her musical commitments. Noah Monk was younger than his character. When Noah Monk made his debut as Gibby, the most powerful character in iCarly during Season 1, he was just 11 years old. This made him younger than his co-stars Nathan Kress, Miranda Cosgrove, and Jeanette McCurdy, who were 14 and 15 years old at the beginning of the series. 5 Nights at Freddie Benson's. In the iPie episode, Freddy tries to make his mother's cousin's baby Stephanie laugh by dressing up in a bear costume, but it doesn't go as planned. Interestingly, the episode aired on November 18th, 2008, while the video game Five Nights at Freddy's was released on August 8th, 2014. What's particularly peculiar is that Freddy's costume bears, no pun intended, a decent resemblance to the character Freddy Fazbear from the video game. In fact, Nickelodeon even acknowledged the similarity in 2014, playfully joking about it on their Facebook and Twitter accounts. So, I have a question. Did Nickelodeon predict Five Nights at Freddy's? The original revival idea. According to Miranda Cosgrove in an interview with Pop Buzz, the iCarly revival plot was originally pitched as a completely different show. The first idea included a new generation of influencers inspired by the original iCarly web show, who would have been part of a hype house type collective. Oh dear God, that makes me sick. The whole series would have taken place inside of Spencer's apartment, and it would have been aimed at a much younger audience. Thankfully, however, we don't have to ever see that nightmare of an idea come to life, because Miranda was the one that suggested continuing the original story with the same characters in a much more mature way, so please thank Miranda Cosgrove in the comments below for her work. I salute you, soldier. And that was layer 4. Yippee.
That's a bear.
Bears don't have flippers.
Those aren't flippers.
Crazy Steve conspiracy theory. This fan theory is undeniably well known, however, due to its incredibly wild nature, I opted to put it towards the beginning of Layer 5 for added intrigue. According to the theory, Crazy Steve from Drake and Josh allegedly kidnaps Megan, relocates her to Seattle, and coerces her to assume the identity of Carly. He then manipulates her into calling him Spencer and pretending to be her brother, thus setting the stage for the events of iCarly. Now, while this idea may seem reasonable at first glance, there are several flaws to consider. I mean, firstly, both Spencer and Carly have their biological father and grandfather. Secondly, Megan is portrayed as an intelligent girl, and it's likely she would have found a way to outsmart Crazy Steve's actions. Thirdly, Spencer's character is shown to be more rational and stable than Crazy Steve. And lastly, it would be unlikely for Crazy Steve to allow Megan to participate in an online internet show, especially if she is being searched for by authorities. Obscure iCarly web show set. During the period from 2007 to 2011, Nickelodeon launched the iCarly web show set, a product designed to assist fans in creating and starring in their own video productions. The set included iCarly backgrounds, character pieces, and an instructional DVD with bonus footage. On October 2nd, 2019, Twitter user, X-user, iCarly Out of Context, asked the internet for help on locating the DVD which came with the web show set. Now, thankfully, on December 21st, 2021, Internet Archive user GeoFire's TV Recording Bungalow uploaded the DVD's content to the site, which I recommend checking out if you're someone that just likes iCarly and is hungry for more content. Or if you're someone who wants to start a web show in 2023 and needs some tips from the internet veterans themselves. I wonder how many YouTubers started their career with this piece of merchandise. Side note, in a discussion about obscure merchandise, a Twitter... Jesus Christ, X-user named Andy Hart responded to iCarly Out of Context tweet, or X or whatever, by sharing 2 images of iCarly themed products. One image depicted a custom Build-A-Bear donning a shirt featuring Miranda Cosgrove, and the other showcased an iCarly playset. I never knew that either of these products existed, so I wanted to throw them into this entry just in case any of you guys didn't know about these products as well. It's pretty interesting. Sad World. Sad World is Noah Monk's musical venture. Within Sad World, he specializes in crafting trippy EDM tracks designed to offer a captivating sensory overload to listeners. This unique theme extends to the visually striking videos uploaded on the Sad World YouTube channel. Additionally, fans can find an array of merchandise related to Sad World on Noah's website, Sad World Online. If you're curious, you could check out the music on SoundCloud, YouTube, Spotify, and more. Slightly off topic, but Noah and his friends Eric Bernhagen and Julian Clark have created a brand new series called God's Abomination, and the first episode is out right now if you want to see Noah back in action. Disney knockoff. allow me to introduce you to a Disney show called Bizaardvark, often referred to as the iCarly clone or knockoff. In both shows, there are a couple of young female leads who achieve fame through the internet, and additionally, they each have a goofy male supporting character, Gibby in iCarly, and Dirk, portrayed by Jake Paul, in Bizaardvark. Speaking of Disney, iCarly has jabbed Disney plenty of times over the course of its run, like in the episode I Take on Dingo, which I think is hilarious. I, Jose. Allegedly, I, Jose was one of the initial names of iCarly. Nickelodeon and Dan Schneider apparently even bought the website domain just in case, but obviously the show's title became iCarly. However, I can't really find any proof to back up this claim, so please, for the love of everything that is holy, take what I say with a grain of salt. But if any of you guys have heard anything about I, Jose, or you have a source, please let me know in the comments below. The butter sock is not filled with butter. Interestingly, Sam's famous butter sock from iCarly is not filled with butter. According to Dan Schneider, the original concept was to fill the sock with quarters, but the idea was rejected by the executives of Nickelodeon as it did not align with the show's kid-friendly nature, which I think is stupid. I think a sock of quarters would have been badass. So Dan opted to call it a butter sock instead. However, there was not really any butter inside the sock. Instead, to give the sock the right weight to replicate butter, it was loaded with batteries wrapped in styrofoam and secured with duct tape, because apparently that was a much better alternative than just butter. Like, what the hell? All right, everybody, that was layer 5. Woo! Almost done.
Interesting. That's red pepper lemonade.
What did the goat do? In the iCarly episode, I Got a Hot Room, we learn that Carly had a terrible experience with a goat when she was younger, but we never quite got an answer as to what the goat did. So, what did the goat do? User Piper McKenzie asked Dan Schneider what the goat did to Carly, to which he responded with the following. Haha, I get asked this question so much. You know who asks it a lot? Miranda Cosgrove. No kidding. Even she doesn't know. And the fact is, neither do I. When we wrote that script, the writers and I had fun thinking about things the goat might have done, but we all had different ideas. And, as you know, it was never stated in the episode. So this one is up to your own imagination. There is no correct answer. It's anyone's guess, but I have a feeling I'll be asked this question by fans for a long, long time. So, at the end of the day, whatever the goat did is up to your own imagination. Personally, I believe that the goat got hungry and tried to eat her legs and arms, but, you know, that's just me. Fries. In my first original iCarly Iceberg video, I brought up this puzzling entry which left me feeling quite frustrated and angry. Hours of searching and typing iCarly fries into Google only added to my exasperation, and I truly wondered if it might have landed me on some federal watch lists. However, after finally uncovering the meaning behind this enigmatic reference last year, I now comprehend it completely and feel very prepared to explain it. In the iCarly Season 6 episode titled I Find Spencer Friends, Carly, Freddie, Sam, and Gibby take it upon themselves to find Spencer some friends who are closer to his age. They arrange a meeting for Spencer with 3 older gentlemen at Fiddy's Diner. While Spencer and his new companions sit in a booth, Carly, Sam, and Freddie observe from a nearby table, while Gibby hires himself to work in the diner bathroom as an attendant. While at the table, Sam and Freddie start making fun of their waiter's mannerisms and behavior. Unbeknownst to Freddie, the waiter overhears their mockery and decides to get back at him. He takes Freddie's chili fries to the alley where he does something to them, but the specific action is left unspecified. Now, luckily one of the waiters mistakenly serves Freddie's altered chili fries to Spencer's table. And thanks to the jerkery of the 3 gentlemen, they did not allow Spencer to bask in the chili fries, which ultimately saved Spencer's stomach. Because after the scene where Emma Stone starts screaming at the sight of iCarly being at the diner, the 3 guys became very sick and raced to the bathroom to vomit up their insides. The show intentionally leaves the act committed by the waiter to Freddie's chili fries unspecified, inviting people like you and I to use our imaginations to fill in the comedic blanks. However, the creator of the iceberg chart believes that the waiter committed the unholy act of all over the fries, and I think that's probably the most plausible, most disgusting, and most hilarious answer for this mystery. Where's Carly's mom? Just a quick heads up, there is a heavy spoiler coming within this entry, so if you have not seen the iCarly Revival Season 3 finale yet, you have been warned. Carly's mom is one of the most mysterious characters of the series, never seen before, and only brought up a couple of times in Sam and Cat and in the Revival. Fans have wondered for years whether Carly's mom would make an appearance or if she ultimately met her fate. An explanation that has been heavily suggested, albeit never confirmed, is that Mrs. Shea is deceased. This assumption gains some traction because in the episodes like I Want to Stay with Spencer and I Hire a New Assistant, their granddad Shea is mentioned as the only family they have, with their father being frequently absent. In a 2011 interview with Rosie O'Donnell, Miranda Cosgrove stated the following about her character's mom: "I don't know. They never mentioned her mom. Her dying might be it, but they never really say for sure." However, in a 2023 interview, Miranda, Jerry Trainer, Nathan Kress, and Lacey Mosley discussed potential actresses to portray Mrs. Shea, implying that she is indeed alive. This means potential scenarios like divorce or her decision to leave Colonel Shea and her kids is most likely on the table. And this is the part where I come in with the heavy spoilers.
Mom?
Yeah, Carly and Spencer's mom is coming in season 4, as long as the show gets renewed for a 4th season, which I doubt it wouldn't, because this clip has been trending on Twitter, or X, all day since the episode was released. Why did you do that to Twitter, Elon? You really know how to kill things. So I guess in 1 year from now, we'll finally have our answer. Who is she? And what did she do? And why is she back now? And what's going on, fam? Mrs. Benson bribes Freddy with a $100,000 bar of metal. In the episode I Can't Take It, previously titled I Break Up, Mrs. Benson tries to bribe Freddy into ending his relationship with Sam by offering him 100 grams of palladium valued at $100,000. Despite Mrs. Benson's disapproval, Freddy refuses the tempting offer. God, imagine if your moms offered you over $100,000 just to leave your significant other. Would you do it? Don't answer that. Gavin explodes.
So can I keep it or do I?
Gibby is Randy's long-lost son. I mean, do I even need to explain this to you guys? If you guys have seen Trailer Park Boys, you know what I'm talking about. Frig off, Sam! Bazinga, layer 6 is done. Wow, God, I feel empty.
I want to say to the fans of iCarly, thank you.
Well guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this brand new iCarly Iceberg video. Hopefully you liked it way more than the original one, and hopefully you learned something new here. If you did, be sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel as well. Click the bell icon to be notified on whenever I upload a brand new video. Follow me on all of my social links like X and Instagram, and join my Discord server, links in the bio below. Have a fantastic day everyone, and remember that Gibby is the king.